Buddha's teachings. How to let go of suffering immediately. Life philosophy. Introduction. The nature of suffering. At the core of Buddha's teachings is the theme of suffering. It's something everyone seeks to avoid, yet it's an inescapable part of our lives. Buddha realized the root of suffering and taught how to let it go. But what is suffering, and how can we free ourselves from it? Suffering often seems caused by external events or circumstances, but it actually comes from within us. Attachments, desires, and fears are at the heart of it. The stronger these feelings, the more we suffer. To release ourselves from suffering, we must first understand this mechanism and practice the methods based on Buddha's teachings. Chapter 1. The cause and mechanism of suffering. Buddha explained the essence of suffering through the Four Noble Truths. First, dukkha, the truth of suffering, acknowledges that life is full of suffering. This suffering includes not only physical pain, but also mental anxiety, conflicts, and disappointments. Next is samadaya, which identifies attachment as the cause of suffering. We cling to things and fear losing them. Attachment to loved ones, material wealth, or social status brings suffering. These attachments lead to various forms of distress when we face the prospect of losing them. Then comes nirodha, which offers hope by teaching that suffering can be extinguished. This truth shows that suffering is not eternal, and by practicing the right methods, one can be freed from it. Finally, magga, the path to the cessation of suffering, emphasizes the Noble Eightfold Path. This path involves living in alignment with ethical and mindful practices, leading to the end of suffering. Chapter 2. Practical steps to let go of suffering. According to Buddha's teachings, the first step to letting go of suffering is to turn inward and face ourselves. We often allow external situations and the actions of others to control our emotions. However, to release suffering, we must cultivate the observer within us. Meditation is a powerful tool for this. By focusing on the breath and simply observing our thoughts and feelings, we can identify the emotional patterns that lead to suffering. Through meditation, we gain the ability to see desires, attachments, and fears more objectively, making it easier to avoid getting trapped by them. Additionally, embracing the present moment is crucial. We often dwell on the past or worry about the future, leading to anxiety or regret. Buddha taught that the present moment is the only true reality. By concentrating on the now, we can free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. Chapter 3. How to let go of attachments. The root cause of suffering is attachment, and to let go of it, we must first recognize what we are attached to. People often cling to material possessions, the opinions of others, or past successes and future expectations. However, all these are impermanent and cannot last forever. Buddha taught that understanding and accepting this truth of impermanence is key to letting go of attachments. Rather than resisting the natural flow of life, we should embrace it. For example, instead of fearing loss, change, or aging, recognizing that these are natural processes allows us to achieve peace of mind. Additionally, cultivating compassion helps in letting go of attachments. By showing unconditional love and kindness to others, our self-centered desires and attachments begin to fade, and our hearts become lighter. Chapter 4. Peace of mind after letting go of suffering. Letting go of suffering brings a sense of peace. This peace is an inner stability that is unaffected by external circumstances or others' actions. Buddha referred to this state of peace as nirvana. Nirvana is the state where desires and attachments, the roots of suffering, have completely disappeared. It represents true freedom. Though the path to nirvana may not be easy, with consistent practice, it can gradually be achieved. In this state, One also becomes more tolerant and compassionate toward others. By finding peace within, we can positively influence those around us and help alleviate their suffering as well. Chapter 5: Practical Methods for Daily Life. To let go of suffering and achieve peace of mind, there are practical methods that can be incorporated into daily life. First and foremost, developing a meditation practice is essential. Even a few minutes of quiet time each day, spent in reflection, can help declutter the mind. Additionally, taking time for self-reflection and being honest with oneself about one's thoughts and emotions is key. Recognizing what we are attached to and what causes us suffering helps prepare us to let go of those attachments. Practicing gratitude in daily life is also important. By focusing on the positive aspects of life and feeling gratitude, we can lighten our minds and reduce suffering. Conclusion: letting go of suffering to find freedom. Buddha's teachings on how to let go of suffering serve as a guide to achieving inner peace. While suffering is unavoidable, learning how to release it allows us to live a freer, more fulfilling life. The key is to keep practicing. Start today with small steps and integrate Buddha's teachings into your daily life. By doing so, you can gradually free yourself from suffering and attain true happiness.